Nation, my name is Brandon Giesey. I'm alongside Kobe Price. And Kobe, we just witnessed a heck of a MAC championship game.
Brandon, I can't believe it. Incredible comeback from the Huskies, coming back from a 19-point deficit in the second half. Brandon.
Yeah, out of the half break, Buffalo scored a touchdown right on their first possession, and it didn't look too good.
It didn't look good at all. ESPN had Buffalo's win probability at 98.2%.
That's insane.
It's absolutely insane. But this is the first time the Huskies have come back from a deficit this large. Did the exact same thing in 2011, the MAC championship game. History repeats itself right here, Brandon.
And they're going home 2018 MAC champions. Sutton Smith, defensive player of the game. Marcus Childers was offensive player of the game. Kobe, anything to add?
Man, great game from both sides of the ball for the Huskies. The defense picked up in the second half. The offense capitalized. Marcus Childers probably had his best game of his life today. Absolutely incredible. Congratulations to the Huskies, the team, the coaches, the fans. Thank you, Husky Nation. Have a good night.
Thanks, Kobe. Yeah, you hit it right on the nose. The Buffalo Bulls, they are an offensive juggernaut. On the other side, NIU, they're a powerhouse on defense, ranked in the top 40 in total defense for the FBS. Also led the NCAA in sacks. That's in large part due to Sutton Smith. He won the MAC Player of the Year, just this week. He had a little help from Antonio Jones-Davis. He had 100-plus tackles en route to a All-MAC first-team honor. The Huskies coming in today, 3.5-point underdogs. We'll see how that goes for them. Kobe and myself will catch you guys at the half. Hello, Husky Nation. My name is Brandon Giesey, and we are back. A different venue this time. It's the NIU Convocation Center as the Huskies are welcoming Northern Kentucky to DeKalb. NIU is fresh off of a great win against Rockford where they got great contributions from the front court. 6 of those guys scored in double figures. They could use a little help in the backcourt, and they're going to get it tonight as Zaire Metin and Dante Thorpe are back for the Huskies. They come into tonight as 4.5-point favorites. We'll see how that goes. I'll catch you at the half.
Is there anything personally that you'd like to see Dr. Freeman do while she's in office?
Absolutely. I would just like to make sure that there is more funding for the black organizations on campus, not only the Greek organizations, but the non-Greek organizations.
She really prioritizes diversity, equity, and inclusion.
She did a great job last semester alongside Summer, so hopefully I have high hopes for her especially.
Joey's path to fluency is impressive, and he's constantly working on ways to improve. He also has other interests. I'm here in Worth Hall, where the NSA meets very commonly. Joey is the chapter founder for the National Stuttering Organization here at NIU. Their goal is to help people in our community.
And I have an opportunity to move the university forward. It's just amazing.
Dr. Freeman has come a long way to become the 13th president of NIU. As a child, she had aspirations of serving a community much different from our campus.
When I was about 4 years old, I announced that I was going to be a veterinarian. I think that I had a lot of stuffed animals and they gave me a plastic stethoscope, and that's where the idea was born.
Dr. Freeman did become a veterinarian. She graduated in 1986 from Cornell University. Now as president of NIU, she believes in this university.
We're Huskies, we're smart, tough, relentless, and we try to use our strengths to show everyone what a wonderful place this is.
Dr. Freeman became acting president last July after former President Doug Baker resigned for allegedly mismanaging funds. Since then, she has showed pride and commitment to NIU, and her colleagues have noticed. Board of Trustees member Dennis Barsima explains how the board came to what was an emotional decision for her.
I think everybody kind of came to that point where they said, I think the person is already in the chair.
Dr. Freeman's biggest challenge as president will be enrollment. A recent report shows NIU enrollment is down nearly 5% for the 4th straight semester.
First and foremost, we just need to be much, much better at telling our story and selling NIU.
One of Dr. Freeman's first acts as president was to march alongside students in last week's Unity Walk. Bringing students together will benefit all Huskies.
Creating opportunities for students from different backgrounds, different student organizations, different subcultures of NIU to come together around things they all believe in is a way for us to make our campus stronger and give our students a better experience.
While at the Unity Walk, I had the opportunity to talk with some students about what they think of our newly appointed president.
Is there anything personally that you'd like to see Dr. Freeman do while she's in office?
Absolutely. I would just like to make sure that there is more funding for the black organizations on campus, not only the Greek organizations, but the non-Greek organizations.
She really prioritizes diversity, equity, and inclusion.
She did a great job last semester alongside Summer, so hopefully I have high hopes for her especially.
I'm very happy to be NIU's 13th president. I look forward to working with everyone, particularly our students.
It was a night that started with drinking, but ended with this 911 call.
We have an emergency at 1020 West Hillcrest. We need to go as soon as possible.
Okay, what's going on, sir?
Someone here looks like they might be deceased.
Someone looks like they're dead?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened?
We don't know. Everyone's just waking up right now, and there's just someone lying in a bed, and their face is purple, and they're stiff.
That someone was David Bogenberger, a 19-year-old freshman who was involved with the Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity. Toxicology reports show David had a blood alcohol content of 0.351%, 5 times the legal limit to drive. His best friend, Nick Minogue, still recalls the shock he felt the morning David passed away.
I actually got a call from my then at that point Greek father asking some questions about Dave, if he took any medication, had any conditions, and that is when he informed me that Dave had passed away, and immediately went into shock, didn't believe it.
David was more than just a friend to Nick. They were practically brothers. They met in preschool, they grew up together, and always brought the best out of each other, even during local karaoke sessions.
He totally brought me out of my comfort zone, and we actually were like clapped in every time we walked in because we were the karaoke guys.
These two had amazing times. They were inseparable, and in some ways, David still lives through the memories he made with Nick.
Number one thing is I get to see his name on my shoulder every single day. I have his jersey hanging up in my room, forever and always. I mean, hell, I even dedicated my entire fraternity room to Dave. I really wake up every single day and think, how would Dave, live his life? How would he want me to be right now? And to be honest, it really pushes me hard to be my best self.
The settlement in this case involved 45 defendants, including the fraternity. The final amount was for $14 million, the most ever for a hazing incident. David's father says he hopes the results are a loud and direct message to all fraternities and sororities. Postbac student Joey Stoyas may look like your average college student. Like many, he is confident, smart, and successful. Unlike many, he is challenged by having a stutter, one that at a point made him use a different alias.
Joey. Joey.
I actually went by a different name for 2 years because I couldn't say my first name. That other name I went by was Zach because it just comes out so fluently and I don't have to say anything. Where as Joey kind of has more of that blocking sensation.
At a young age, Joey, not Zach, did not even realize he had a stutter. Joey did not let this stop him from doing the things he loved, from carving pumpkins to playing sports, all the way to serving his country.
So I went to basic training, and there I really couldn't run away. So I was just, this was like the thing I knew that was going to get me past it.
Joey's path to fluency is impressive, and he's constantly working on ways to improve. He also has other interests. I'm here in Worth Hall, where the NSA meets very commonly. Joey is the chapter founder for the National Stuttering Organization here at NIU. Their goal is to help people in our community.
I just want people who stutter to know that they aren't alone.
Joey and his colleagues are working hard to grow as an organization. Stuttering affects more than 70 million people worldwide. Ariana Carbajal, executive board member and secretary for the NSA, believes in this growth.
Education, that I think is our main goal. Like educating and bringing awareness and advocating for people who stutter.
Joey and the NSA are continuing to grow as an organization and as people. For NTC News, I'm Brandon Giesey.
He'll be speaking about his stuttering. I'll believe you.
1, 2, 3. Dance!
The NIU gymnastics team is coming off of an up and down 13-12 season, which featured a late season run at the MAC title. Head coach Sam Morielli looks forward to carrying over the momentum from last season.
The beauty is those highlights. I mean, that's what we're trying to build off of. So that's kind of our starting point. Had our highest finish ever at the MAC championship, so kind of wet our whistle a little bit for what that success is like.
The Huskies worked hard to make it to the MAC championship last year. They had impressive showings across the board, but came up just a tad short to the host team Central Michigan. Junior captain Amanda Bartimeo realizes the importance of focusing on the minute details.
Every day in the gym, we really remind ourselves of our goals and really take it one day at a time. Every day we want to be MAC champs, but we don't let it get to our head, and we really focus on the details each day.
This team is hungry to take it to the next step, and something that makes them special is their camaraderie. Senior captain and reigning MAC Specialist of the Year, Anna Martucci, believes there are a combination of things that make them great.
Everyone really has an intrinsic motivation about them, and it's so easy to lead a team like this, just everyone coming in and getting their stuff done without having someone on their back and really just wanting things for themselves.
Senior leadership and great chemistry give this team as good a chance to compete as any. Freshman distance runner Ashley Tutt is no stranger to success. In high school, Ashley was known as one of the best in her field. This title has not changed since coming to NIU. Ashley has thrived both at the collegiate and national level as a freshman. On short notice, Ashley Tutt qualified to represent the United States of America.
Yeah, so coach told me about 2 weeks, we knew very late about it. He's like, I think you can make it, even win the meet. So going in, just trying to qualify even, and just when I knew I made it, I was really happy because I knew I've always wanted to make this team, and just getting there is an incredible experience.
Ashley was the first person to cross the finish line for Team USA in El Salvador. After returning to NIU, Ashley competed in the Indoor MAC Championships and won Freshman of the Year. Her coach, Adrian Myers, sees big things ahead for Ashley.
If she continues to grow and shift upwards as she has already, I think she could be a multiple-time All-American, a multiple-time MAC champion.
While Coach Myers sets major goals for Ashley, she is focused on finishing this year strong. Ashley has major events left on the schedule for track and field, as well as goals for the following cross-country season.
Hopefully to make it to nationals, run a good opener 10K at Stanford, maybe make another U.S. team, and hopefully just, eventually make it to nationals and cross-country with other girls.
Ashley's great success in just her first year on campus leaves her as this week's leader of the pack. Redshirt senior Ju Young Lee has all of the shots in his bag. He's always been a talented player, but every athlete knows it's important to perfect their craft. Since coming to NIU, Ju has elevated his play to become a decorated golfer.
I've improved in almost every aspect a little bit. Short game has come a long way, wedge game, and putting has come quite a bit. I've added those, improved those over the years.
And his improvement shows in his play. Ju is the most successful golfer in NIU history. He is the first player to win all Midwest region honors and holds the lowest score in an 18-hole round by a Husky. But Coach Tom Porton believes he has improved specifically in between the ears.
Since his arrival is on the mental side, he is now more accepting of the bad shot, where a series of bad shots would take him into a little tailspin, and we call it the bogey train. He would make 3 or 4 bogeys, and his skill level really shouldn't yield bogeys too often.
Especially in the game of golf, the mental aspect can impact play. Ju is able to recognize both the good and bad days and play through both. With good mental toughness, bad rounds hardly happen.
I don't have my best stuff. I just realized that everyone has bad days, and the people that can grind it out and persevere through it will do better at the end.
Drew's perseverance and ability to recover from a bad shot leave him as this week's leader of the pack.
For Top Shelf Sports, I'm Brandon Giesey.
Beautiful. Perfect. One for the cameras. All right.